What is so cool about the Federal Fair Housing Act is the Federal Fair Housing Act puts the power of the federal government behind you, the victim of discrimination. So the Federal Fair Housing Act protects against all forms of housing discrimination. That includes race, national origin, color, religion, familial status, disability. It protects against all forms of discrimination that are based on any of those protected statuses. It also protects against any form of hate, violence, threatening behavior, harassment. That's all illegal.
We've been working in Congress since 1965 to get what they called then an open housing law, which would allow people of color, people of different religions, to have an opportunity to buy or rent a home in any neighborhood where they could afford to live. So the Fair Housing Act was designed to allow everybody to be able to live wherever they choose to live. But it also has a second component, and it's the only civil rights law that does. The second component is to eliminate the segregated neighborhoods in the United States and to promote residential integration. A very important part of the Fair Housing Act is to prevent harassment, intimidation, or coercion to anybody because they're moving into a neighborhood where their race isn't the predominant race. To report hate activity, you should first call the police and notify them. You should also notify the local FBI office because the Department of Justice also enforces the Fair Housing Act, and you should absolutely call your local fair housing center. And if you're in a state where there is no fair housing center, you should call us at the National Fair Housing Alliance. But you should always call and report it. It's not going to go away unless you tell us it's happening.
The fair housing movement needs your help to fight hate activity across America. Acts of hate, acts of harassment, intimidating and threatening behavior are on the rise in the United States of America. But you can do something about it. You can help us. Help us fight hate. Make a donation today to the National Fair Housing Alliance.